Hey everyone, it's Jessie. In this tutorial, we're going to be making the classic granny square. It's also been called the traditional granny square or a basic granny square. You'll need to be able to make chains, double crochet, half double crochet, and slip stitches. And for the supplies, you'll need a pair of scissors, a crochet hook, a yarn needle, and some yarn. I happen to have some left over. I love this yarn, so I'm going to be using that today. And it's a size 4 weight, and I will be using a 5mm crochet hook. We're going to start off with leaving a little bit of a tail, and then we're going to make our slip knot. Now, if you have never done this before, I do have a video I can link that goes a little bit slower and shows you how. Some people start off with magic circles for granny squares, but we're going to start off with a chain 4. It's just a little bit easier, I find. And then we're going to take our hook and we're going to place it into that very first chain that we made. And we'll put that first strand of yarn over like that. And then we're going to yarn over and pull the yarn through there. And then pull it through the loop on our hook. So we're just doing a slip stitch. Then we're going to chain 2. This chain 2 does not count as a double crochet. So we're going to do a cluster of 3 double crochets. It can be a little tricky finding the center. So we don't want to go right here. We want the very center right here of our circle. So you may need to try to open that up a little bit with your fingers. And then we're going to yarn over and place our first double crochet right in that center. Yarn over, pull through. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops on the hook. And then yarn over, pull through 2 more. Now we're going to place 2 more. Yarn over, go through that center, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and then yarn over, pull through 2. 1 more double crochet in there. So there's our first double crochet cluster. We're now going to chain 2. And then we're going to place another double crochet cluster. Now this tail here, we can go ahead and just hold it to the outside of our circle and we can crochet over that. We're going to yarn over, place our hook through the middle, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. It's our first double crochet of the cluster. We're going to place another double crochet. And then we're going to do a 3rd double crochet in there. And we have our second cluster. We're going to chain 2. We can now just leave the tail hang behind there, and we're going to just crochet over this part of the circle. And we're going to place a double crochet. And we're going to place 2 more. Here's our second and our 3rd double crochet. And then we're going to chain 2. So what you can do is just take these 2 clusters and kind of pull them apart a little bit, and we're going to place another cluster. So we've got 1 double crochet. We'll do a second. So 2 double crochet, and we're going to do a 3rd double crochet. So we now have 1, 2, 3, 4 double crochet clusters. And what we can do at this point is we're going to close up the middle circle. So if you turn your work to the side a little bit, we're going to just pull that tail until this center closes up. We can start to see our little square forming, which is cool. We're now going to join our row, and some people use the slip stitch to join their row, and some people use the half double crochet stitch. We're going to use the half double crochet stitch because that helps to have more of a seamless join. We are going to join at the top of our chain 2. Here's our first little V. Here's our second one. We're going to place a half double crochet, so we're going to yarn over, and we're going to place it in underneath the second V here. Then we're going to yarn over and pull through. And we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on our hook. Now we'll start row 2, so we are going to chain 2, and then we're going to turn our work. Turning our work after every row can also help to have more of a seamless look. Okay, so here's our first corner here. We are going to place a double crochet cluster in here. So we'll place 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to place 3 double crochets in our next corner. 1, 2, and 3. And now for the corner here, we're going to chain 2. And now we're going to place another double crochet cluster into that same space. There's 1, 2, and there's our third one. We're on the side of our square, so we are going to chain 1, and then we're going to go into our next corner and place a double crochet cluster. So we got 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, 3 double crochet, and again we're in our corner, so what we want to do is chain 2 and place another double crochet cluster into that same space. One double crochet, 2 double crochet, and 3 double crochet. We are on our side of our square again, so we're going to chain 1, and then we're going to go back into our corner here with a double crochet cluster. So 1, 2, and 3. We're in our corner, so we're going to chain 2. And now we're going to place another double crochet cluster into that same corner. One double crochet, 2 double crochet, and 3 double crochet. Back to a side of our square, so we're going to chain 1. And now we're back to our very first corner. So we want to place another double crochet cluster into that same space. There's 1, 2, and 3. Now in this corner, instead of chaining 2, we are going to do a half double crochet stitch to join our row. So we're going to yarn over, and in the top of our chain 2, so this first V here, we are going to do a half double crochet, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops. Now we're going to chain 2. We're going to turn our work, and then right underneath that stitch in our space here, we're going to place a double crochet cluster. Do our first double crochet. There's 1, 2 double crochets, and 3 double crochets. And since we are on the side of our square here, we're going to chain 1, place a double crochet cluster in this chain space, There's 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, and 3 double crochet. We're going to chain 1. Now we're back to our corner here, so we're going to place a double crochet cluster, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, and 3 double crochet. We are going to chain 2, place another double crochet cluster, 1, 2, and 3. We're back on our side, so we're going to chain 1, place a double crochet cluster in the next chain space, 1, 2 double crochet, and 3 double crochet. We're going to chain 1. We are back to our corner, so we will place a double crochet cluster, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, and 3 double crochet. We're going to chain 2, and we're going to place another double crochet cluster into that same space. So we've got 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, and 3. We're back to the side of our square. We're going to chain 1, place a double crochet cluster into this chain space. So 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, and 3 double crochet. We're going to chain 1. We're going to go into our corner here with a double crochet cluster, 1 double crochet, 2, and 3, chain 2 because we're in our corner, and place another double crochet cluster. There's 1, 2, and 3. We're back to the side of our row, so we're going to chain 1, do a double crochet cluster, 1, 2 double crochet, and 3 double crochet. We are going to chain 1, and now we're back where we started this row, so we are going to place another double crochet cluster into this corner, 1 double crochet, 2 double crochet, and 3. Now we're going to use a half double crochet to join our round, and we're going to go to the very top of this chain in that V. We're going to yarn over, place our hook under there, yarn over, pull through. We're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 of those loops. We'll do one more round here together, so we're going to chain 2, turn our work, and we're going to place a double crochet cluster directly under this stitch into this space here. We're on the side of our granny square, so we are going to chain 1. And we're going to place a cluster into this first chain space. We're going to chain 1. We'll place another 3 double crochet cluster into this chain space. we'll chain 1, and now we're to the next corner. We'll place a double crochet cluster. One, 2, 3. In the corner here, we're going to chain 2 and place 1 more double crochet cluster into that same chain space. We're back to the side of our square. That's where we're going to chain 1, place a double crochet cluster into this chain space. We'll chain 1 again and place another cluster into the next chain space. We're going to chain 1. We're to our next corner here. We're going to place a double crochet cluster. 1, 2, and 3. We're going to chain 2, place another double crochet cluster. Got 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1. We'll place another double crochet cluster into this first space. 1, 2, 3. Chain 1. We'll place another double crochet cluster here. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1. We're to our next corner. We'll do a double crochet cluster. 2, 1 more double crochet cluster into that same chain space. There's 1, 2, and 3. We're going to chain 1, place another double crochet cluster in this space. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, another double crochet cluster in the next chain space. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1, and we are to our last corner here. We're going to place another double crochet cluster. 1, 2, and 3. Now, if you wanted to keep going, you definitely could. You could keep making a really big granny square. You can make it as big as you want. But for the tutorial here, we're only going to make this 4 rows. And whenever you are done with your last row, that's where we're actually going to join with the slip stitch and not the half double crochet. So we're going to, at the top of this chain 2 here, we are going to place our hook under that V. We're going to do a slip stitch, so yarn over, pull through, and then pull through the loop on your hook. Set your square down, don't pull your hook out yet. We're going to leave a little bit of a tail here, and then we're going to snip the yarn there. Now pull your square back up and your hook, and we're going to chain 1 and pull the yarn all the way through. Grab your tail here and just pull that snug. And now you'll grab your yarn needle and we are going to weave in our ends. We're just going to weave our needle in and out around this circle here. And then pull through. And then we're going to go back the other direction a little bit. And then we're going to go back the opposite direction one more time. I usually do this about 3 times or until it feels nice and snug. And we can take the needle off and we can go ahead and clip that off. All right, we're going to go ahead and weave in this one too. We're going to go back through the opposite direction. And then one more time, we're going to go back the other way. And then we are going to snip that. And now you've made a beautiful granny square that can be used for so many projects. If this video was helpful, please give me a like below and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.